YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what's going on? What is happening, man? Of course, you got one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and we in... Boy, I went a minute without no bloopers, boy. Trying to be on point. One take D doesn't exist. Take one. YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on, man? Of course, you got one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. All right, Smell Good family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic, positive energy and positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here on this channel. Positive vibes only. All right, so I'm excited today. Today I'm getting an opportunity to smell a brand new fragrance that I have most of the line of already. So I'm a huge fan of the Hugo Boss, the scent line. I have the EDT, the Le Parfum, the Absolute, Private Accord. I've smelled almost the entire line, and the brand new one, the Elixir, has just surfaced. So I gotta shout out my guy Randy, the fragrance dude, for sending me over a sample, a decant of this fragrance, man. So I'm really excited to see what it is all about. I'm really into sampling everything before I look to buy a bottle these days, because my collection, I don't want any redundancy in my collection. And with these flanker lines, you know, it's a possibility that you could get some heavy redundancy, but I can say that all the ones that I have from the scent line, they're different. They're all different in their unique way. So we're gonna go ahead and spray this on skin. This is my first time smelling it. We're gonna see what it's all about. We're gonna get into the notes and give it a real first impression. So here we go, man. From Hugo Boss, we have the Scent Elixir. The Scent Elixir. Here's my decant. Again, shout out to my guy Randy over at the fragrance dude. He was so generous to send me a decant of this fragrance. So let's go ahead and get it on skin and let's see what we got, y'all. All right. These Amazon decants, boy, they good now. 3 sprays on my left hand. Ooh, in the air, yes sir. In the air, you get that beautiful, the scent DNA, and it's strong. I am getting a lot of power here. And that was 2 sprays, maybe 2.5 sprays. So I'm getting a lot of power here for sure. I'm getting some powderiness. I'm getting that Manica fruit, what do you call it? Factor that is in all of them. And let's see what we got. So I get some powderiness. I'm getting like this fresh lavender feel, a little bit of a spice as well. No, not a little bit of spice. That's what I'm getting. That Manica fruit feel, powder effect, spice, fresh cut lavender, and some Manica. It smells really good. It smells really good. Now, it doesn't smell like Private Accord or the Le Parfum or even Absolute. But the Private Accord has that coffee element in there, and Absolute, I get more of a chocolatey patchouli in that one. And the Le Parfum, you get the addition of a beautiful iris note in that as well. Now, I have the EDT. I haven't smelled that in quite some time, but this is there's nothing added to this. Smells good, has some good quality to it, but there's nothing standing out different here. From what I remember of the EDT, it might be leaning towards the original a little bit here. Now, I'm not saying I'm disappointed, but I would have thought there was something to my nose that would be obviously different here. With the name Elixir, I mean, I've smelled quite a bit of those Elixir flankers, and I thought we were gonna get something different here into the nose. The only thing that is a little bit unusual is how spicy it started off, but even that's kind of settling down. But let's go ahead and get into the notes. Let's get into the notes. So one, it does smell really good. I'm a fan of how it smells. I definitely would wear this. But I don't know if I'm going to be getting a bottle of it, but let me see as it continues to dry down on my hand. So a 2024 release from Hugo Boss. We have the Scent Elixir for him. Main accords, according to our friends at Parfumo.com, sweet, spicy, powdery, I get all of that, oriental, and woody, okay? And then, okay, here go the 3 notes again. Pimento spice, got it. Lavender, got it. Sandalwood. No manica fruit? No, it's some manica fruit in here. It's not saying it's manica fruit, but it's manica fruit in. So they only giving me 3 notes. Pimento, which is giving that spiciness. I definitely get a lavender for sure. There it is, like a fresh cut lavender. But they're saying it's a lavender absolute. And new Caledonian sandalwood. We're just gonna go with sandalwood. Definitely has a creamy element there. So that's really interesting. Really interesting. Yeah, I get the manica. I get a powdery feel. I get the lavender. The spices are starting to kind of really dwindle down. But I thought we would get something added to this. So for me, I haven't smelled the original in quite some time, so I don't want to say it smells a lot like the original or in the original form. But I don't get anything from Absolute, which I told you I get like a chocolatey feel to that with like a patchouli kick in the Absolute. Private Accord has a coffee chocolatey feel as well. Don't get that. And then in the Le Parfum, it's a noticeable iris in there, very noticeable iris in there. So it has to be. I mean, the only one that I haven't smelled is the I forget what it's called. It got like a hay note or like a wheat note or something in it. I haven't smelled Magnetic. I think it's Connect or Magnetic, one of those. I haven't smelled that one. So maybe it's along the lines of that. I'm not sure. But all in all, it smells good. I'd wear it. Am I going to get a full bottle? I'm not sure. If I catch it on a great deal down the line, maybe so. Because I have 4 out of, I think it's 6 in the collection. I have 4 of them. So I don't know. But I definitely recommend this for somebody who is looking for an interesting take on a more sweeter, fresher style of a fragrance. I get a lot of sweetness. I get a lot of freshness in this one as well. So if you're looking for that style, I definitely recommend it for sure. So I thought we were going to get like maybe something added to it. I don't know, maybe like a, like a mango, or I don't know, maybe it's just something different with the Elixir form. Now the bottle looks beautiful, the one that showed on Parfumo, like that burgundy red style of a bottle, but all in all, interesting, I like it, but I'm a little let down because I thought it would be something just added different. Now I'm gonna let this continue to dry down. And like I said, due to what I have already, I don't know if adding this will be a smart move to my collection because I'm not trying to have a huge sense of redundancy. Again, all of the versions that I have, the flankers that I have from the scent line, they're all different. From the original, which I haven't smelled in a while, let me get my nose on it again. The Private Accord, the Absolute, and the Le Parfum, they all have something different and something different to offer to the table. I gotta assume either this is smelling like the previous release, which is kinetic or magnetic, one of those, or it's more like the EDT. Okay, so, but it smells good. It smells good off my skin. If I had to give it a rating, because a lot of y'all are asking, what would you rate it off top, bro? If I had to rate it, I'd give it 7.5. 7.5 out of a 10. Kind of lacks a little bit of star power for me. Like when I smell Le Parfum, I got Le Parfum, that's a 9 out of a 10. Private Accord's a 9 out of a 10. Absolute's a 9 out of a 10. I love all 3 of those. And the original is still hovering around that 7.5 out of a 10, 8 out of a 10. But I got this one at a 7.5 out of 10, but it does smell good. Somebody's gonna smell this and be like, oh yeah, I need a bottle of that. Yeah, totally. Like like people are going to say that when they smell this. And I don't know, these days, I've got my nose on a lot of different things, man, so maybe that has something to do with it, I'm not sure. But all in all, this is a fragrance that smells really, really good. Sweet and fresh is what I get. They say there's no manica fruit. I don't believe that. There's definitely manica fruit in this fragrance, even though it is not listed. I wish the spice would hang around a little bit more. Maybe they could have added maybe a little bit of ginger with the pimento to keep that spiciness a little bit more in depth here. But in the opening, it's drying down really nice. Like the dry down is really good. It's really good. The dry down is good. The lavender's toned down a bit. The sweetness of it is hovering around really, really good. And the manica fruit, even though it's not listed. This would be a good date night scent. This would be a good going out, having fun scent. if you're going to the bowling alley or Top Golf, especially if it's cooler out or something like this, it'd be a good scent for that for sure. Very good scent. Very good. Okay, so, all right. So, it's good to experience it, man. Like I said, over time, we'll make a decision if I want to add this to the collection or not. I'm not sure. But we have from Hugo Boss, we have the scent Elixir for him. Here's my decan again. Shout out to Randy, the fragrance dude, for sending this over my way yet again. I have Randy's information down in the description to check out his content. Randy is up on it. Any of the new releases, anything that's going on out there, Randy is on top of it, man, for sure. So y'all check out Randy, the fragrance dude, for sure. And Randy, thank you again. So that's going to be my first impressions. We'll come back to this at a later date. See what's really going on with it. See if I've added a bottle, if I have more to say. We'll see. But my first impressions, very solid scent, likable scent. Gonna get compliments. People are gonna really enjoy how you smell if you're rocking this scent for sure. All right, with me having the experience that I have with the flankers before it, I'm not sure if me adding to my collection is something that's necessary. All right, but we will see. But it does smell good yet again. All right, so y'all let me know down below in the comments how many of y'all have smelled the new Elixir form of Hugo Boss the scent. I'll be curious to see what you guys have to say down below. And of course, man, I appreciate all the support and all the love. Thank y'all for watching. And until next time, y'all know what it is, man. Be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. As always, man, splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. Positive energy and positive vibes. And remember, what you put out into this world is exactly what you are going to get back. That is a fact, scientifically proven for sure. Okay, not for sure, but we're close. We're close. Y'all be cool.